Hey everyone, Mense here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about file naming for wildlife photography and videos, at least the way that I do it. And I just wanted to share how I organize all my media in a way that makes sense to me. And so this isn't going to be so much a tutorial on how it should be done, because everyone's going to have their own way of doing things. But I thought it could help someone who wants an idea what to do if you don't have your own system already in place. Or if you're watching this and you're just kind of curious and you want to leave a comment below about what you do about this situation and organizing all your media, that'd be awesome too. So I'm just gonna jump in here and show on the screen the typical file naming that I use for everything. It starts with 4 letters that are basically an abbreviation of the species of animal that's in the photo or video. The idea comes from the 4-letter bird codes that birders use as a shorthand to write a bird's name, except I've adapted it to use for any animal that I capture. The rules are, if it's a one-word name, then the first 4 letters of the name are used. If it's a 2-word name, then the first 2 letters of each word are used. If it's 3 words, then the first letter is used from the first 2 words, and the first 2 letters are used from the last word. If there's a hyphen used among the 3 words, the 2 words connected by a hyphen use their first letter, and the unhyphenated word uses the first 2 letters. If it's 4 words, then the first letters from the first 4 words are used, and that's also true when hyphens get involved. In some cases, 2 or more birds will have the same code if you follow the rules as stated. And if you want to get in the weeds on resolving that, then I'll link a website that can guide you to the convention used in the description below. So I apply these rules to any animal, and since it's my own catalog, I just decided that if a non-bird animal has an overlap, which I don't think has happened yet, I can either come up with something else or not. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that I can easily search through my files for a specific animal and either get it exactly or close enough. After the 4-letter code, I then add an underscore, and then the date is formatted as a 2-digit year, month, and calendar date. Finally, for videos, there's another underscore, and I tag on the original file name. For photos, I use just the frame number from the camera rather than the entire original file name. Alright, inside Photo Mechanic, I just want to show you how I would rename photos. And so this is the program that I use to organize everything. It's not necessarily a catalog, it just kind of works off the Finder, which is how I like it. I don't really like having a big old catalog. So I have these black oyster catchers here, and everything in here has already been renamed to the style that I like. And so you can see the BLOY, and then the underscore, and the date, and then the frame number. But how I would do it, I would select all the black oyster catchers, hit Command M, and then you have this rename photos box come up. And in Photo Mechanic, they call it snapshots if you want to save this format. And these curly brackets are for short codes, basically. So you can see that it has the 2-digit year, the month, day, and then the frame here. And if you look at the bottom here, it says what the original file name is, which has already been renamed, so it's kind of confusing, but will become, and then this is saying what the short code will turn out to be. So that's how I would do it inside Photo Mechanic. And then you can also see here like eared grebe, 2 words also, so first 2 letters of each word. You got the pied-billed grebe, so it's PBGR because pied-billed is hyphenated, so it's the first letters from the hyphenated word. And so it just kind of follows that. And then looking at the video stuff, I just keep it in the Finder. And it's organized pretty much the same way as photos are. So you got the 4-letter code, and then the underscore, and the date, and underscore, and then the entire original file name here. And I have it set so in my system, I have the animal first, so I organize it by animal instead of, a lot of times systems will organize it by date first, which is totally valid. And that's the reason why you want to do the year, month, and date, because that way things get sorted correctly. And so I like doing it by animal though, because it's a lot more helpful for building a sequence of things. And then the date's kind of a secondary measure. But if I do want to sort things by date, I can always sort it by date created, which is going to be the same thing. But it's just kind of nice having this tacked onto the file name as well. Just because sometimes it hasn't happened yet, but sometimes the date created and date modified stuff can kind of get all messed up. And so it's just nice having it within the file name. So that's how I organize my files for wildlife photography and video. If you have a different system, I'd love to hear about how you do it in the comments below. And so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.